Hello, everybody. Today I'm here at the next set of levels for Dr. Mario World, and no new characters again. We should be getting some in 2 weeks after the next skill summit and then the next set of levels. But for now, we just have these, and I didn't find any of them too difficult. This first one right off the bat lets you get a skill right away. So if you bring in someone like Wario, you get more capsules right away. And you're going to want to go for the viruses next to the coins. Obviously the ones that are the cages, you want all of them gone. And you also have some in bubbles that you have to hit a few times. And if you can hit any blocks on the way, you might as well do that as well. And then once you get all those coins, the other half will unlock. And then you can use the rest of the viruses you have left over to hit those as well. And you don't need to hit all the viruses. If they are helpful, you can use them, but you don't need to get rid of all of them. All you have to do is hit all the coins. Now some viruses may be covering up some blue coins, so you'll at least have to hit them once, since they are floating viruses, of course. And I believe the only thing that are behind the blocks are coins. Maybe there are a few viruses. Yeah, so there's one green virus, as you can see. This one was probably the easiest of the group, although the time trial ones were also very easy. But we'll get into that when we get there. A few of them could definitely be challenging, and I could see where some people would need some help, but most of them aren't too bad. I'm really just excited to get through this world to get to see who the next character will be. And maybe we'll have a new data mine soon, since we don't know at all what's coming next. We don't even know what the stages are. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I would have liked this world more if there was a character included. I don't know, it just doesn't feel as exciting without that. But we're finishing up here. I didn't even realize, I don't think, that you didn't have to get rid of all the viruses. I was still just kind of going. And as I cleared out that last one, I realized what had happened. But luckily I had plenty of points left over. So let's move on. And before we go on to the next one, I will change out my what do they call, assistants, to be the point boosting assistants. And they will definitely come in handy in a few of the levels here. That first one was not necessary, but for one in particular, I would definitely recommend bringing some in. Now this one is sort of a puzzle, and I believe I did it right. But if you could get to a certain, if you could get to that green key there, or green lock there, a little bit quicker, I'm not sure how that'd even be possible, but if you could, that would be the way to go. But if not, I believe what they want you to do is get rid of these colored crates next to these cannons here, on the left and right side, up on the top, and then they will clear out the entire column on either side. So you just need to get rid of the 2 colored crates that are near it so you can place 2 of the correct colors next to it. And I get them pretty much simultaneously here. I bring over some reds for this one as well. And now we want to get to the colored crates in the middle. So I decided to go for this left side. I think that was the right choice because, or should I say the left choice, because it does get rid of that blue one, which we do need to get rid of first to get to that green lock there. So just need to hit this blue one. I believe I get a double blue. Yeah. And then there's already green underneath. I'm not sure if it's always like that, but at least for me it was. So that made it very easy to clear it out. And now we've gotten rid of all the locks. We don't need to clear out all the colored crates. We just need to get all the viruses and allow the keys to fall down to the doors, which we've already done, so now we're just going for viruses. And I believe I cut it pretty close on terms of capsules. Maybe when I get Wario skill, it's not that bad. I don't remember anymore. I'm recording this right after the update came out at midnight for me. And then I have class early in the morning, so this is the only one I'm going to do tonight, but I will start working on the next one probably around noon tomorrow. So it'll come out sometime in the afternoon. And then obviously Friday, the other two will come out, and I believe we're supposed to get Disney Heroes Bound on patch notes on Friday as well. I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough points with this single capsule left, so I was kind of trying to figure out if I could get points another way. I just went for it, and it worked out. I should have tried to get that red capsule over to that other one to see if I could get some extra points that way, but it ended up working out anyways, so that's alright. Now this next one I lost the first time. Or I didn't lose. I missed out on 3 stars. Okay, so I don't know how that's going to go editing wise, but I accidentally deleted this part of the video when I was editing it. I didn't have to do much to get the video back. I just do the voiceover all in one take, so it might get all split up here somehow. But basically, I'm just going to talk about this level and then I'll go back into the original voiceover I did for a level, and then it switches back to me after knowing that I did this. But anyways, this is a level that I played where I played the exact same way twice, and on the first time I did not get 3 stars, and on the second time I did get 3 stars. I literally did nothing different, and I ended up with the same amount of capsules as well. So I have no idea what I did differently or what changed in between turns. But either way, you're basically just going for these bombs every single time. And there will be a few scragglers with the viruses. The colored crates will pretty much get destroyed automatically. They're not really in your way at all. So just go for the bomb, and then there should be 1 virus remaining pretty much every time. And then you want to go for that as well. I wouldn't suggest bringing someone like Lemmy, because... Not Lemmy, Larry. Because the color crates, like I said, aren't that big of a deal. And once you get in this bottom section, there will be more viruses left over than usual, and a few colored crates that are out of the way you have to go for, or maybe just that single green one actually. And here, if I would have got a double red, it would have made it go a lot nicer, but I unfortunately did not. So I had to do it this way, and then wait to get a red here. Maybe that extra 3 from the blue I just did was all it took to get that extra. Huh. I don't know what the difference was, but just keep trying that one if you're not getting 3 stars, and put in the point boosting assistance. Okay, back to the present. Exact same way. With the even down to the amount of capsules remaining was the same. And yet I got 3 stars the second time. So I have no idea what the difference is. I don't feel like I did anything differently at all. Oh wait, this isn't even that level. What am I talking about? I don't even remember this level. What is this? Okay, it must be the next level that happened. So for this level, you're getting rid of these floating viruses on the left and right side, so that you can get to the regular iced viruses in the middle that are next to the locks, or not the locks, the caged coins and the regular coins. And you're pretty much going to have to work your way all the way down. Don't worry about the cage coins, because the cannon at the bottom will get rid of all of them once you have gotten all the way down there. So just work your way like this all the way down. The reds and blues lined up very nicely for me here. And now I need to get rid of these final 2 coins here. So hitting those. Now we just have these 2 rows of ice blocks. I probably could have done this a better way, but this is how it ended up. So we do it like this. Now I also did it like that, where I get rid of the entire bottom row first. I'm not sure how great of a move that is. That's just the way I did it. It's probably not the best way to do it, but it ends up working out. So we bring that to that side. Now if we get any greens, I don't really need green right now, so I could use them towards the shell. And you will need to hit both the shells. I mean, technically you don't have to hit them, but if you want to be as efficient as possible, you can. And also, I cannot believe this worked, but I somehow get this red under here and then move this one over, and it shoots back up into the spot I wanted it to. I was very surprised that worked. But now we go for this green shell here. And that's when I realized that this cannon is still here. I could have just waited for the blue shell to hit it, but I had a bunch of reds that I didn't need. Now they're not giving me any blues right now, which does worry me points wise. So I tried to do a little bit better here, and it ended up getting that blue shell. You can see now that I have plenty of capsules to get the amount of points I need. This next level is also not the level I'm thinking of. Wait, what? Okay, so now this is me talking after I know that I had to go back and re-record my voice over that level that I accidentally skipped. So, we're back into the normal timeline now. Now this level relies a lot on luck, really, based on where these floating viruses go. They can really mess you up, or they can give you a nice kind of easy ride down to the bombs, which is really your primary goal, is to get to those bombs as quickly as you can, destroying some of these floating viruses in the process. Like right here, I have this green bomb pretty much wide open for me to go for, and you know what, that green virus just goes and helps me out just that little bit more. And it seems like whatever one you destroy last, it's usually going to be a blue one, will have it nicely lined up for you automatically. So you should have one bomb ready to go, although the blue one you have to hit twice, so just keep that in mind. But you will have one nice row. And then once you start unlocking these, you're going to want to go for those cannons that are in the middle, so that you can really take advantage of all of the blocks that it hits for you. And you really don't want to clear out many of the viruses around the blocks that are still in the colored cages, because that's kind of just a waste when you could be waiting to destroy them when they're open and get all the coins from them. Now if you bring in someone like Wendy, you're probably not going to have that big of an issue, although you will have to go for them a few times on your own anyways. If you can unlock them all very early, then you don't even need to bring in Wendy. You'll do fine. And this last the left side here is going to take a little bit of work, but with this double red, it does help me out a lot. I believe we just need, so those all only take one more hit, and then this side on this single block also has one hit. So just some reds and some blues will do the trick, and I just got Wario skill, so that's all I needed. There we go. And that one I cleared with a healthy amount of points, I'd say. Or not even points, but capsules left over. And we get 250 from that box. Pretty much the worst thing you can get. I'd honestly rather get hearts than that. But now we're moving into the time stages, so a little bit longer of a video. But, you know, it's tradition to do the time stages along with the first set of levels. And the first two are fairly easy. I didn't even change my assistants for any of them, but the third one did take me like 3 or 4 tries. And I knew what I was doing after the first try, but it can be tough, and it feels like some of it is kind of random as well. But the main strategy for this is getting to these shells and cannons as quickly as you can and just hitting them. And there's not really a rhyme or reason to which one I'm going for. You're probably going to want to go for the shells first, I guess, because it kind of just gets rid of everything in the row. And then the cannons only take one more hit. So, I don't know. Either way really works out. Just go for the cannons and the shells first and foremost. And then obviously we'll have a few things left over, especially in the middle column. So if you get any extras and you're willing to go for that early, you can do that as well. But every other row should pretty much be taken out by the shells. Again, the middle is really the only thing you have left. And then just make sure you have enough time at the end to finish this. Obviously bring in some point boosting assistants. I don't think they have any for the pink, but if you bring in light blue ones at least, you will have a much easier time getting the correct score. As long as you're fast. I don't even need to use my pausing trick for this set of time stages. They're fairly easy. And the last one, you don't even need points. It gives you the points already, just by beating it. But these first two, you need to get a pretty good time. So this one is, again, pretty much the same level, except some parts are barricaded off, and you basically want to go in a clockwise rotation, starting at the top and then going to the left, then to the bottom, and then to the right. And I guess I would suggest going for the cannons on this one. The ones that are around the coins that you need. And then maybe saving the shells for the end, because then you'll be able to hit all of that right side there. But there are also some cannons on this right side, so if you just go for those, you'll get most of it anyways. And I just have a few blue left over that if I would have used the shells correctly, I would have gotten anyways. And with 15 seconds left over, we clearly have enough points for that one as well. So again, you just need to do these pretty quick, and then you will do fine. This last one, if you don't know what to do, because it might be kind of confusing on my first run, I actually almost beat it still, but I got confused for a few seconds on what I was supposed to do. So it gives you the colors right away to get this blue shell, and then immediately start going for this right side here. Luckily there's a pink right off the bat, so you can do that. And then just keep working your way down, and then you have to go all the way down to this blue lock. And also this pink one can spawn on your way. It usually never happened to me, but on this one it did. And somehow I still ended up winning on this round. I don't really understand that, but after that it's the same as the other levels once again. Except that there are floating viruses all over the place, and they're going to take a lot of hits. So you're just trying to aim for those shells and cannons until you're all out of them. And then you'll have a bunch of floating viruses left over, but they all should be on 1 or 2 rotations left over. They all should have been hit at least once. And a lot of them will just get cleared out by the shells and the cannons anyways. But as you can see, there are a few here that are left over. And your win may also just depend on how many you get lucky enough to hit with those. And then at the final stretch here, you're really just throwing these colors down really quickly. You might have some doors that are in the barrels yet. You just need to hit those barrels on your own. And then there we go. So you can see I have all the points I need. You just need to finish it under the time limit. And that should be the case for you as well. You clearly get a lot of points for that one. But there we go. We finished all the levels for today. Or not today. All those for this video. So, later today we'll have the other levels. So thank you for watching. I will see you then. Goodbye.